Jared Kubokawa is joining us today. He is with the Ingham Intermediate School District. We're in summertime, full-time now, Jared. Let's talk about getting kids engaged during the summer months and Summer Slide, why it's real and why it is critical for parents and educators to be aware of the Summer Slide.
Yep. So the Summer Slide is basically learning loss that can happen when students are out of school, right? They're not engaged in academic content, and it can create small gaps in their learning. And then over time, these gaps can widen. And then when students start again in the fall, they can be left behind a little bit. So it's very important, actually.
What are some of the groups most affected by that summer learning loss? And talk about the potential for that academic progress to just fall away.
Yep. Yeah. Honestly, any student that doesn't have access to books or structured activities, so some type of academic support, can be susceptible to the Summer Slide, to learning loss. There are certain groups that maybe don't have access to those things as much as other groups. For example, low-income families, English learners, students with disabilities. Yes, and it's so important because research shows that actually 2 to 3 months of learning can be lost over the summer. And it's mainly things that students study at the end of the school year that hasn't quite reached long-term memory. So some of the last things that they studied is often some of the things that go away first.
Right.
It's just like learning a language, use it or lose it, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, what can parents and caregivers do to help prevent that? What is it? What is essential for keeping the kids engaged and keep their minds vibrant and alive, and not just having them stare at screens all day, right?
That is the thing. I mean, I'm a parent too. I understand the challenges of having kids at home over the summer and keeping them engaged. And we're not asking parents to create a school in their house or have a home school.
Right.
Okay, it's really just, you know, they need 20 to 30 minutes a day to be mentally active, to be engaged. And like some practical examples, what that would look like. Every community has a library that has a summer reading program.
Yeah.
Sign the kids up, they read books, they get a prize at the end, they're happy.
Yeah. Do you think even things like playing board games would be helpful to keep their brains activated and engaged?
And I'm glad you touched on that. So in the home as well, summer is a time to relax, but you can relax and still be mentally engaged. So yeah, board games, younger kids enjoy, you know, working in the kitchen with mom or dad, and the measurements and the time. And then maybe older kids, taking them grocery shopping, that you give them a budget of say $100, and they have to add up all the amounts so they don't go over budget.
Love it.
So things like that. And then you touched on one last thing, is screen time. Make sure you're keeping less than an hour a day of screen time.